Hello, this training today will be in regards to the new Clinician portal, but this will be focusing primarily on the physician aspect of things. Now, to access this website and to view the records within the site, first you would have to go into the Citrix storefront. Just like any other applications you would have to access. By default, you may not be able to see the link right away in your favorites, so you would have to search for it in the apps, in the top part, and then search for HIE. All right, and now you will see two options here, HIE Clinician Portal, Test HIE. For my purposes, I will be utilizing the test part of it, but for yourself, you want to make sure you add the HIE Clinician Portal to your favorites. That'll be the live production environment. And to add to your favorites, let's click on the details and then click on Add to Favorites. Okay, I'm also going to add the test for myself. Once you have it added to your favorites, you can go ahead, click on the icon so you can open up the platform. Okay, once you have it open, go ahead, expand the screen if it's minimized, and the username and password will be the exact same username and password you used to log into the network. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and enter my information here. Okay, so once you're logged in, this is how the initial platform would look like for the physician aspect of things. Now, if you have any notifications at the bottom, you can go ahead and close that out. None of these would be required for this platform. To do the basic search, it's pretty basic. To the left side would be the search options for the patient. It does not have any built-in census, so you would have to manually search for the patient. Now, if it's a patient that you looked at before, it will be shown in your recents to the top, to the bottom left. If you click on the recent drop down, this is where you can see your recent patients. If it's the same patient you would like to access. If it's a new patient that you want to search for, then you have to manually enter the patient's last name, first name, or whatever information you can provide in this filter search. All right, so I already have test patient's first name. I'm going to go ahead, paste it into this account. And once you enter the information, go ahead, click on search. That's located in the bottom. All right, now obviously the patient's information will show up. So the more information you provide on the search, it will bring out less patient search list, more unique to your searches, and this way you can avoid any confusion on which patients you're trying to choose for. All right, now obviously this is the only patient with this first name, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this little plus icon to the left. All right, now as you can see, there's two accounts. The PGN stands for Paragon related documentations and records, and CPCN stands for any next gen documentation and records. So this is where you can choose which one you want to go into. So in this for this testing, I'm going to go ahead and utilize the Paragon part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the first link. That's the PGN. That's for the Paragon. And also keep in mind, if you access the same patient in the recent search, it will automatically open up the last record you utilized. So if it's Paragon that you utilize on that patient, but this time you want to look for the next gen, I would not utilize the recent part. I would search for the patient again and then choose the next gen separately. So the recent list, always remember the last setting. So sometimes that's the area you may not want to go into if you're trying to look for the opposite record. All right, now once the patient's profile is opened up, it's pretty basic. There's obviously tabs on the left side that you can utilize that differentiate each of the category, and the center part will be the content view. All right, so onto the left side, you can see there's summary, allergies, conditions, along with other tabs, and any tabs that has a blue icon to the left, you can see it's highlighted, are the tabs that has information located. So the tabs that does not have any highlights to the left does not have any information uploaded to this patient's profile. So this is how you can differentiate which tab has information and which one does not. All right. So obviously the summary pretty much shows the basic information of the patient's records, shows the allergies, medication, diagnosis, documents, laboratory results, and radiology. Those are all the information that's getting pulled over into each of the patient's profile. That goes for the NextGen and Paragon. So if it's uploaded to the patient's profile in the EMR itself, then it will show up in here as well. Now do keep in mind you can make any changes in here. This is strictly view only. So anything you want to access through this portal is just to view. Obviously you can print, but you can't make any changes. So if there's any confusion of the information, or if the information does not look accurate, then you would have to make the changes in the EMR itself. All right. So now to the left, going to allergies. This is where it will show any allergies for the patient. You can click on the condition. This is all the condition that's been listed for all the patient visits. So this pretty much pulls in all the information from all the visit IDs. So you can really search by an individual visit. This pulls in all the information from all the visit IDs, since it's all related to the patient's medical record. All right. Now that goes to the documentation as well. So this is all the documentation that pulls through for all the visit IDs. There is no way of differentiating the visit IDs in the documents. You can only go by the date. So to know which visit ID relates to which date, you just have to go into the encounters. That'd be the tab underneath the documents. And this will show all the visit IDs for this patient. And this is where you can see which visit ID would relate to which encounter number, right? So if you look at the date, 9/28 has this encounter number. And when you go back to the documents, if you look at any 9/28 document, that's how you know it relates to that visit ID. Unfortunately, there's no easy way of understanding the visit ID in relation to the documents, so you just have to go back and forth or get an idea what the date you're looking for, and this way you know which visit ID you're looking for. But the information is available here. You just have to navigate between the documents and encounter tab, just to make sure you're looking at the right visit. Or obviously if you click on the document itself, it will then obviously show the visit ID in the documentation. That's another way of confirming you're looking at the right documentation. All right, and any of the documentation can be opened up by just clicking on any of these links. They're all available to be utilized, so you don't have to click on anything else. Just click on the name of the document and it will open up the documentation for you. Now this blue icon here will provide just additional details. Sometimes it could just be the copy of the exact documentation. In some areas it'll be just additional different information. But for documentation, the blue icon shows the exact same information. All right. And any of the top areas, you can obviously sort it out by latest to the oldest or by alphabetic order. So whichever is easier for you, of course, you can navigate accordingly. All right. Now there's lab results. That's information is available as well. So this is where you can see pretty much all the lab results that's been pulled through the Paragon from all the visit IDs. So this is where you can see which ones you want to see, the latest to the oldest, by navigating through the filter in each of these tabs. But this is all the lab results you can utilize. And if there's any medications, it will be listed in here. Again, this is a test patient, so when you're looking at a live patient, you will obviously see a lot more information. For test patients, and these are the few tabs that's active. And physical exam pretty much shows the basic information. As you can see, the weight, height, all that information will be displayed in here. And again, scroll back to different dates and see exactly what information has changed if you're looking for that kind of information. Now radiology results will show the radiology as well. This is where you can look at any EKGs and stuff as well. And some documentations will show you a PDF that has an image of the picture as well. For any radiology, you would not be able to see any images. You only get the reports. EKG and testings as such will show a PDF. So if it's available, you will see a little PDF tab to the right side, and when you click on it, that's when you can actually see the color part of the image. Like I said, all the radiology would not have that, solely results. So when you click on the results, it will just be the Word document type of the report. Now you would not be able to see any pictures. Okay, so that's pretty basic of the tabs to the left, and the information, like I said, will be all displayed on the middle of it. And all the way to the right, the three tabs up top. The first one will be the alert, so pretty much letting you know if there's any allergies or any abnormal results that you need to be notified about. The middle tab will be the patient's demographic information. So if you would like to view any of the patient's information, you can. Like I said, you can't make any changes. You can only view them. So any changes to be made should be done in the EMR itself that you're utilizing. All right, and all the way to the right pretty much gives you notification saying the patient has allergy. So, all right, so that's pretty much the basic of this portal. Again, like I said, it's pretty basic. It's mainly for visual only, and you can obviously print the page if you would like, but you know, it's nothing intuitive or it's nothing into depth with this portal. It's pretty basic to use. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is jebin.daniel@nm.org, or feel free to send me a message in AlertMD, and we can obviously get together and get the answers for your questions. Thank you.